Small handguns are having a moment right now, but the sheer number of great options on the market can make it difficult to pick the best subcompact pistol to meet your needs. Because each individual and their application is different, there is no single best subcompact 9mm pistol. There are some great options though, and selecting the best one for you will depend on several factors, such as how comfortable the gun is for you to shoot, how accurately you can shoot it, and how you plan on carrying the gun. Walther PPS M2. The PPS M2 is the second generation of the Walther PPS, introduced to the US civilian market in 2016. This handgun possesses many ergonomic features aimed at maximizing shooting comfort in a small form factor, including a textured grip, subdued finger grooves, front and slide serrations, and a 1 overall width, reducing the risk of printing. The slide and barrel feature a tenifer finish for extra durability, protecting them against corrosion and increasing their service life. Despite only possessing a 3.2-inch barrel, the PPS M2 is more accurate than most pistols of its category. This is achieved thanks to its high-accuracy polygonal barrel rifling and its internal steel chassis, keeping the fit between the slide and the frame snug and tight. All controls are easy to reach, and magazine ejection is positive and forceful, making reloading practice and drills easier. Field stripping is quick and straightforward, requiring no tools. The shortest flush-fit magazine holds 6 rounds, but Walther also offers 2 magazines with extended base plates, 7-round and 8-round respectively. Both add enough real estate to allow for a full-handed grip, increasing the PPS M2's height and making it more comfortable to shoot. Springfield Hellcat. The Springfield Armory Hellcat is another pistol that fits the bill and tends to check off all of the boxes for being one of the best concealed carry pistols in 9mm. The Hellcat is in that micro-compact space that the P365 occupies and has a similar 11+1 capacity. Like the P365, it also has an optics-ready slide. The Hellcat is also a hair thinner than the P365 and about the same thickness as the Ruger Max 9. Where things differ the most is in the internals. The best way to look at this gun's insides is to think of the action as a single-action Glock. Springfield has clearly been peeking at Gaston's test answers when it comes to the inside of this pistol. That's not to say that the Hellcat is just cribbing off other people's work, however. There's some really excellent design going on here, and the gun is just as reliable as you could possibly want. It's also got a huge advantage over Glocks in the trigger department. Finally, Springfield calls this the highest capacity micro-compact on the market, and I'm willing to allow them to keep that title solely because they do include a 13+1 extended mag in the box. Due to its popularity, the Hellcat also has numerous holster options available to fit any gun configuration. Whether you go with the OSP version or attach a light or laser, you'll easily find a holster that can accommodate. Springfield XDS Mod 2. Springfield Armory's XDS Mod 2 ohms SP is a concealed carrying handgun with many features usually only seen on larger models. The most notable of these features is its optics-ready slide, designed to accept the smallest red dot sights available on the market today. If you own a Crimson Trace CTS 1400, Vortex Viper, or Trijicon R&R micro red dot sight, the XDS Mod 2 ohms SP is an ideal platform for these optics. The XDS is built to last, using a hammer-forged steel slide and barrel. It is also intended to be as convenient and shootable as possible, featuring an ergonomic grip, full-sized serrated sights with a single front sight dot, an accessory rail for attaching small lights or laser modules, and a loaded chamber indicator. The ambidextrous magazine release button makes this handgun accessible to both left-handed and right-handed shooters. For added convenience, the XDS ships with a 7-round magazine and a 9-round magazine. The former has a short base plate with a pinky extension, while the latter serves as a full grip extension. 8-round magazines with mid-length grip extensions are also available. Glock 43. Of course, if you don't love 380 or just prefer 9mm, Glock has you covered there as well. The Glock 43 has become one of Glock's big sellers over the past few years, and many consider it to be just about the perfect size for a pocket carry. The Glock 43 is a very small firearm. It's not going to be a full-sized gun that you're going to want to use for fun on the range or any kind of overt duty use. If you're carrying this gun on duty as a law enforcement officer or a security guard or anything like that, then this gun is likely going to be a backup weapon. And of course, it's got the same trigger, sights, and grip angle that you've come to know and love or hate from Glock. Honestly, there's not much to say here other than it's a subcompact single-stack Glock in 9mm. You either know what that means and love the idea, or you know what that means and know it's not for you. And if for some reason you have never tried a Glock and want to dive right in on one for carry, this is one of my top recommendations for you. It may be a bit boring, but it's also boringly reliable, and that's the number one thing we demand out of our carry guns at the end of the day. Smith & Wesson M&P 9 Shield 2.0. According to Smith & Wesson, the M&P Shield series of pistols has sold over 3 million units since its introduction, making it one of the most popular handguns on the US civilian market. The M&P 9 Shield 2.0 is the latest generation, featuring many improvements first introduced in the M&P M 2.0 line of full-size pistols. Among these changes, the Shield 2.0 features the M 2.0 trigger, which features a lighter, crisper pull with a positive trigger reset. The grip texture was also redesigned with a more aggressive and grippy feel, providing the shooter with a more controllable handgun, even for its size class. New M&P 9 Shield 2.0 pistols come with 2 magazines. These include a small, flush-fit 7-round magazine intended for concealed carrying and minimizing the gun's height, and a taller 8-round magazine with an extended baseplate, providing you space for all of your fingers and letting you get a full grip. Ruger Max 9. Ruger has its finger on the pulse of the firearms market, so it's no surprise that the company has launched a brand micro-compact, optics-ready 9mm carry pistol. With size P365 and Springfield's Hellcat selling in record numbers, Ruger wanted a piece of the action and designed its own competing micro 9mm that offers a capacity of 10+ rounds, yet carries like a single-stack pistol. It's called the Max 9. It's also got some surprisingly good sights and an above-average trigger, especially for the price. And make no mistake, it's a great price. You can typically find the Max 9 when it's in stock for $100 or so less than the Hellcat, and $2 cheaper than the P365 XL. Size and weight-wise, it's almost identical to the Hellcat RDP and slightly longer and taller than the P365 Nitron. All three come in at basically the same weight as well, so a lot of the choice here comes down to preference, budget, and how much you value a smooth trigger. Like the SIG and Springfield, it also comes optics ready so you can throw your favorite microdot on top as well. Love the idea of the P365 or the Hellcat, but not quite willing to shell out the money for one? This is the gun for you. It's almost brand new, and it's already shaping up to be one of the best guns released in recent years, especially for the price. SIG P365. This small little gun has caused quite a stir in the concealed carry community because of its very large capacity for its size. SIG has done some sort of engineering witchcraft in the magazine department here and managed to fit 10 rounds in a space that, in most other 9mm of this size, would hold maybe 7 rounds. This is a gun not much larger than the Glock 43 in any dimension, but it holds 40% more ammo. That's insane to thousands of other gun owners as well, because this thing has sold like hotcakes since its release. It's also spawned a lot of competition in the gun industry, with the Springfield Hellcat and Ruger Max 9 being released as very similar competitors. And if you want a little something extra, you have 2 other variants of the P365 as well, the XL variant and the SAS version, which is not related to British Special Forces, but is actually the SIG anti-snag version that has had all the edges smoothed out for pocket carry. Whichever version you go with, you get that awesome magazine geometry, a truly excellent trigger, and some sights that you can actually use beyond contact distances. All in all, this is the best overall carry gun on the market right now, and it's sure to serve you well.